I'll call this meeting to order. It is Thursday, July 24th, 2025. It's 9 a.m. and we're here for a budget workshop. And we're going to go through the budgets of liability insurance, self-insurance fund, public health district, historical society, junior college, park, weeds control, snowmobile, waterways, and fish hatchery and airport, if we have time. So let's start with the liability insurance part of it. Okay, we have eye cramp. Now on this is that's not including the 5% this year, right?
It probably is. I think she probably put in whatever quote they gave her.
Because I see the budget amount for 2024 as $269,000, and I'll let you look at it.
Looks like she's got 285.
Oh, does she? Oh, okay. So she hasn't.
On this one?
These aren't updated. It's this one. Okay, I see what you're saying. All right. Okay, so these are the updated sheets here.
That's what I'm gathering. Yeah, these came from Lori, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
What number did you get? I see 295.
Oh, I was looking at just the icon.
Oh.
285.
285. I see
Yep.
what you're saying.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so she's got 310, and then 10,000, which is the same as last year. Okay. You guys want me to grab a hole punch for you?
I'll have to grab it later.
Could you grab a 3-hole punch by chance? So we can just put them in there. Okay, you guys in agreement with the amount set forth in here that on the liability insurance?
I'm just looking at 24. We budgeted 225, but we actually spent 303. So 25, budget 258, spend 259. I'm a little confused.
And what are you going off?
I'm going off of this. Is this completely inaccurate now?
Yeah. The liability.
24 is not it. That would be accurate.
Yeah.
For 24, your actuals.
My actual for 2024 on ACREMP is only 225,000. Is that what you feel?
I'm going off of this, and total. I was going off of
the revenue. Oh yeah, you're on the revenue sheet. There should be an expense worksheet.
So revenue was 303, but this year we're only projecting 258.
She's putting taxes on there. And there's still some, it looks like she's got that self-insurance if needed, because last year I think we had to use a little bit out of the self-insurance to help with that as well, to keep the levy down. For the liability insurance, so that's why she's got that little extra 40,000 off to the side.
Okay.
So her revenue with that would be 298, so I think that's what she was going with.
Okay.
With that. Because that 258 doesn't include the possibility of using some of the self-insurance.
Okay. Now the revenue on the revenue part of it, that was taxes and basically taxes, right? Would that basically be the revenue that we're levying for it?
from last year?
Yeah.
Yeah. It would be taxes, and then if, I don't recall right off the top of my head if we did move some of the self-insurance, but I feel like we did.
Okay. So they're gonna use part of the self-insurance this year instead of going out.
I think, yeah, if need be, yeah.
Okay.
That looks like what she's got marked there.
Okay. So the new one we show 285,005 and 310 for that was for iCrimp, petrol, storage tanks, insurance is 310, which didn't change last year, and the insurance deductible is 10,000, which didn't change from last year. I see that. I see what she's saying because she did say income from self-insurance if needed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
All right. I see.
40,000.
Okay. Any other further questions, or you guys want to move on to the next one?
I don't have any further questions on that.
Okay. Now we're the self-insurance fund.
I don't have any questions on that one.
Nor do I.
I don't either.
Must be the budget time of year.
No, Wallace could build a parking garage.
Yeah.
That'd be a good use of city funding.
Okay. So we'll move forward to the next one. So we have no questions. Now on this one, we went from the dental premiums down to 75,000. Okay, I see. Because the actual is only 61,000. Okay. All right. Okay, public health. Okay, I don't have any questions on this one. Public health district is
No changes.
no changes on it. Really just went up a little bit from last year. About 3,000 or 2,000 bucks. So, okay. Historical Society. No change from last year. So we only tax part of it? For this
I believe
purpose?
so. I think there's things that come into that, like
There's personal property tax and
Tax replacement.
tax replacement.
right. Yeah, I'd have to look at this one to see
Where the rest of it comes
for
from.
Sure.
Okay.
I know it's just set amounts that we pay out every year, right? So it's just so
Okay.
those can always be adjusted too if necessary. But yeah, I'd have to look at this one before I can really say where that one's at.
Okay. So the expenses, no change, so we'll go with that, and then if you'd check on that for us. Any other questions on that?
No.
Not on that, no change.
No change. Junior college. There's no change in this one either.
There hasn't been a lot of tuitions going out for a while, so I think that one's sitting there just waiting.
Okay, so we really don't have to fund it. It's already there. Okay.
I think so.
Okay. I don't have any questions on that.
I don't have any questions. No change.
So we budget 40,000, they don't use it, and it just rolls over
It
to
just
the
keeps carrying over
next year.
unless, and then yeah, if it starts getting used, then we have to address it. But
Does anybody even remember how to use it?
I don't know. It's just a matter of people coming in and doing an application for it. So yeah, I don't know.
I wonder, yeah, I mean, it's zero usage for the last year. Up till then, it was getting used.
Yep.
I wonder if everybody knows how to access that.
Okay, then any further questions on that one? None?
No.
Okay, we'll go to parks. It looks like we have an increase, small increase.
So she's using
Power.
She's also using where it says Timmy's total for A salaries. That's with that 3% that we originally talked about.
Okay.
Starting point kind of thing.
Okay.
So I believe those off to the side numbers are going to be without any kind of a raise. So that would adjust that a little bit. But yeah, that's going to be part of the increase.
Is that 3%? Okay, and we
right, and we haven't totally
determined
decided on that one yet.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Okay.
Any comments from the department head on that?
We didn't really ask for changes this year. We just kind of rolled it through similar to what we had last year. So this looks accurate.
Yeah, and I think with the money we've set aside for park improvement and maintenance, that should
Yes, yeah, this should be sufficient.
Yeah,
With that addition.
because this budget does not really get the maintenance caught up on big items.
No.
But
not
the
at
other money we set aside would, so.
Okay, I didn't see any significant increases. I'm
No.
okay with it.
And we're still undecided on the 3%, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
We haven't had a hearing on that yet. We gotta know where we're at with the county. We haven't got those figures yet
Correct.
from our auditor and our county audit. Okay, weed control. Was our weed control guy, did he want to be here for this, or I don't know if
I let him know that I would cover it. I kind of went through and did the majority of this.
Okay.
We hadn't asked for much of an increase, and to me, I don't see it on this sheet here. In the original, we had asked for $1,000 for capital expense for the replacement of the laptop, because the laptop for weeds is, the software is outdated. It will not support the upgraded version of the GIS,
Okay.
which is needed for that department. And so that was our ask.
Okay.
I'm looking on this sheet and I'm not showing where that would be reflected in there.
Okay.
So just want to make sure that that's not left out, or if it went into another line, because I'm not seeing, Lori, the clerk, had recommended we put that in account 0898 for capital expenditures, and I'm not seeing that on
Her
this
sheet.
Right.
I don't see the phone on this one either, wasn't there?
Yeah,
Phone
that's
that
the other
we
thing
need
I
to
was
add.
looking at. She was gonna go 500 for the cell phone, which we had discussed before, which has been activated for the weeds department. And I am not seeing that. It looks like that should have been inserted into account number 0461-0.
And I believe she has updated that, but
Okay,
not on this for sure. So.
okay. So it wasn't much of a difference. And those were our only two asks.
And then Timmy, on salary here, are you showing the 3%?
Yes,
That's what that number is.
I think so. I'd have to verify that for sure, but I believe everything I did with 3% and all asked raises and all asked 3%. So
Yeah,
It looks like it
Mhm.
reflects 3%
Yeah.
from what I had originally.
And it looks like we took, okay. We increased administrative costs.
What is administrative cost? Is that,
Those would be the administration fees, the county admin fees.
that goes
Mhm.
to current expense
that
for,
goes to current
for
expense?
doing
Why are we
the-
increasing that by
Mhm.
double?
That's a question for Lori. I'm not sure
Okay.
how she's figuring those, but we'll have to get with her on that.
Yeah, I'm concerned about that.
Okay. Okay, you want to see if you can get with Lori and ask her about that as well.
Yep.
looks like there's no change other than that. So we need to look at where the 1,000 for the laptop and the 500 for the cell phone is, and then why the administrative cost increased.
I have no further on that one.
I added it further.
Okay, continue on to the next one. I just lost this now. There it is. Snowmobile.
Again, we look like we doubled the administration cost.
Okay. Yeah, we need to check on that.
I know she was working on it and trying to get like a set
Mm-hmm.
percentage and figure out, where it was. So she may have different numbers for that already too, but we'll have to.
Okay, yeah, if you can check on that
Yeah.
one. I know on this one, I wanted to see how close we can get to what we received in revenue. Because I know fuel, we just want to make sure that, we have enough for fuel and everything else. So
Right,
I
yeah,
would
this one
like to,
definitely needs to be looked at because it kind of goes up and up, and
yeah,
we
I
didn't
just,
change it last year because it
yeah,
kind of froze it, so probably needs some adjustments
okay.
for sure to make sure that one.
But this one, we're showing $10,000 for supplies, where last year actual was only
7,000?
7,700 last year.
I think what that is, if I can get my notes,
But this year we're at 10.
I think that was supplies. Would that be repair? Let's see.
Repair and parts is a
Repair
separate
and parts.
budget.
I'd have to look at my notes on that one while we did that.
And repair and parts also is a large increase.
Well, and we had a bigger increase last year because they were breaking bogey wheels and everything on there, so I didn't want to come in under budget. Now I will have to ask about the supplies. I know they requested that be moved up, so I will ask about that. We need to know that, this fund is a non-taxing fund.
Mm-hmm.
This fund is its own fund. It's funded off of the funds we received from the state, from the stickers. So
That's true up to the 36,480, correct? Right. So anything we do above that would be coming out of taxes?
No, it never comes out of taxes.
Yeah,
Comes
it's
out of
not.
cash.
It's not being taxed.
No, it's not.
I was gonna say I'd have to see what their cash balance is too, so that's gonna make a difference. To
We
let
have
you
a
guys
cash
know what
balance in
that's
there
at.
that they use,
So yeah.
and that so yeah. Okay, I will check with the board on 10,000 in supplies. We should have all our revenue by now, right? That should be a true,
All of it
true
collected
amount.
already?
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Okay.
It should be everything.
Okay, I'll check with that. I'll check with the supplies, and then also I'll check again with the, what they had in actual for the, parts and repairs. Okay? Waterways.
Again, it looks like we have doubled the administrative costs. And I think the board's gonna have to talk with Lori and figure out where we are with this idea of administration costs. I see the pros, but I see some cons.
Yeah, one of the biggest problems that we've had is it's been relied upon as for the general, which the general funds everything here at the courthouse.
Yeah.
So we need to look at see where she's coming from that, and then.
But if we continue to double them all, we're taking the resources away from the budgets too. So there's got to be a balance.
Right, and I feel like a lot of them were just like a set amount, and so it might have just been calculated in through a formula or something that popped them up too. So which is good.
I changed numbers, so.
On the administrative cost, some of them are doubled.
Okay, that's one of the things that has been changed. So, and I don't have that in front of me. No. So some of it is 10%, some are 5%, and then some are just a fixed rate. And I did not know that when I gave you the original papers 3 weeks ago. So those have been. So, which one are you looking at?
We're on Waterways right now.
Yeah.
Waterways, yeah.
So it looks like 100% increase.
Yeah, I believe that Waterways is one that I wish I could go up and grab it. My little cheat sheet. 37, right? 38. What do you have? Yeah, I've got it down to 1413.
1413.
1,413.
Same as last year.
Right. That's one of those fixed ones for the simple fact that you don't get any more revenue. There's no way of getting more revenue. So it's just a fixed. And I didn't know that until I'm learning it.
Okay.
So.
Okay. And then Timmy's got some other ones we can go through. We can go through later. Okay. I see. So some of them may change back.
Right.
Okay.
So any other ones that you're looking at,
Okay.
And then when you see over here off to the side where it says like your taxes, they're kind of in this green color. So when I did this, I was just using like last year's numbers because we hadn't even received the L2 yet. So those numbers will fluctuate a little bit.
Okay. Okay, any further questions on Waterways?
None here.
So let me double check that. Because when you change it on one, on one sheet. You have to do,
Change it
you
on
have to
two.
change 3 others. So I just have it, right? Okay. 29663. 29663. Yeah, so I have the expenses for Waterways at this point at 29,663.
That was the same as last year, is what
It's very close.
And then let me
the 29, okay.
check the revenue
Oh, yeah, that's right.
to make sure. It's probably gonna be here. I have the revenue coming in at about 17,500.
Okay, so how do we come?
What do you have on yours?
I have revenue 17,500,
He's
but
asking, how do you cover that?
how do you cover the 31,000? That's what.
Do you see?
And this is one of those other ones we were talking
Oh, right.
about, I think last year, where Coeur d'Alene River Improvement, 16,000, and then Cataldo Project. I think the Cataldo Project is the boat ramp, right?
I believe that's what they.
Right. And so
And
when
know
I
about that.
researched that last year, because that was part of our project, and one of the reasons that they were giving the money is that we maintain and
Yeah.
hold that to secure any projects, fixes that needs to be done.
We signed a contract with them,
Right.
and so that one's for sure.
Yes.
Because we had a problem with that last year because they didn't get all the funds. They didn't ask for all the funds, but then
Yeah, I remember having to do that
Mm-hmm.
report and
So that one's good. So the Coeur d'Alene River Improvement.
I have it sitting as cash carryover right now at about 24,000. Now, that is today. Of course, that is gonna.
Yeah.
It kind of goes.
Right. You have no idea what may be coming in.
Well, there's not a ton with Waterways.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hence the reason we can kind of do these ones pretty early. But yes.
So the Coeur d'Alene River Improvement. Who do we pay that out to? Do you remember? We were talking about that last year. Remember some of those to make sure that they're actually doing
That it's going to our benefit.
Mm-hmm.
I do not know the answer to that question, but let me.
Let's quit paying it for a year and see who complains.
Yeah. that might be it. Yeah. If we
So with the Waterways, it was the river what?
the Coeur d'Alene River Improvement, and then there's a St. Joe River Improvement. And I'd like to know who they are, and then if you can just give me that information, I'll call them and see what they're all about, and then let the board decide on what we need to do. Because we are under. I know we have cash, but
the cash won't
cash
last
won't
long.
last.
With that.
Right.
No.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Cash will last one more year.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, so we pay this to. Okay.
Okay. fish hatchery.
So, administration costs again.
Double.
That,
Yeah.
yeah, that was me not knowing in the
Okay.
beginning. So let me tell you, in the fish hatchery, as of now, the cash that I see we have on hand is $3,776,
Mm-hmm.
and the admin is at 5%, and it's $354, which is
The same. Okay.
which is the same.
Okay.
Because that's one of those, it has no other monies. We get property taxes, and then the personal tax replacement for it is our only revenue. So we have to try and stay into that $6,010 worth of revenue, which it just is.
So we reduced it to 354.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And that puts us now still over.
Yeah, we're still $1,000 short.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna probably really have to look at that one and see.
Well, and like I said, those revenues, those taxes, when this L2 is complete, and it'll go up. If anything, it's going to go up to 0.00014. I'm not sure what fish hatchery is.
Okay.
I think it's like 0.00014. Don't quote me on that.
Okay.
No, I just might be making it up.
We'll know more about if the cash. So let's relook
Oh,
at
you know
that
what?
one again.
Actually, I do know the
I
answer
mean, that's
to
what
that.
you do with the L2 is you say,
Yeah.
I need a little bit more here because I'm not going to cover, so you have to levy for that much to.
It's 0001. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros, 2, 7.
Okay. And
Point.
what's the total amount? Do we know?
No.
Okay.
No.
We'll get the total amount. So we'll come back and look at that one.
Yeah.
Right, so that's what you're going to go to your L2 and say, I need to levy for this much to cover.
Okay.
So that's
you
what
guys
you
will do
put in
that.
there, right?
Yeah,
You
that's
say,
what we've been
this
doing.
is what I need for it, so
Okay.
this is what I levy for it, and then that's.
Okay.
But then
How
when
you
you
adjust
levy
your-
these, it's like we need this for these ones.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's not enough for your bigger ones. So we're trying to find the sweet spot.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Which at any time you guys want to come up and mess with that L2 with us so you can see it.
See how it works.
See it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I could explain it all day long. However, until you start putting feet on the ground to it and trying to make the numbers work,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Yeah. Doing a little bit of that hands-on.
Yeah.
It's an eye opener.
I think we got the levy. We got that last year or something. We can go in and play with it and see what it.
and I
costs.
can send you
I'd
this.
like to come up and do that.
Yes,
with you.
I can totally send it to you, and I can give you, some of the rough numbers. But those numbers are going to have to change some. The goal of the L2 is this. This is last year's, so this isn't this year's. It was last year's. There's 2 pieces that go to it, multiple pages, but the 2 pieces. It says down here, this is your maximum allowable down here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the
So-
5 million. Yeah,
We have to stay
within that.
within that. But staying within that sounds great. But each department then has to turn around and stay within in theirs. So you can do it here,
Mm-hmm. But it has to not.
But you may
Can't
not
afford-
be able to do it there.
That's right, because they may be maxed out.
Right.
Okay.
So trying to find that spot where it's going to work for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because in Idaho code, they tell you how much the maximum levy
Yes,
is.
Yeah.
yes,
For
these
each
are set.
department.
These are set.
Yeah.
We can't.
Yep.
Yeah.
I read that.
Yeah.
Lights are finally starting to come on.
Yeah, but once you start like plugging in numbers, then it, like the one I've got right now, is all very true numbers.
Mm-hmm.
What I feel to be true, and it is lit up like
Yeah.
a Christmas tree.
It
It is just as bright red as can be.
It is.
All right, that's why we're just starting.
Yep.
It's a good thing we're starting early.
These ones, though, I mean, these ones that we're looking at today, you can't get much more, and you don't spend a whole lot more.
Yeah, they're
You
pretty
know,
easy.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have airport.
I'd
Okay.
like to know, yeah, what, did we reduce the admin fees back down on this one as well?
Yes. Actually, I went to, it's a 5%, and it's 3,584. But let me double check. Snowmobile. Waterways from that. They all printed hinky. $20. Oh, for God's sakes. Airport. Okay. What did I say?
3584.
Yep. That's what I have in the module. So that was, that is the 5, I think that was 5%.
And why an increase?
Their budget went up. From last year.
And really, this one is not really, it's not really self-funding. It's funded by taxes, so that's.
Right. Well, you have taxes, ground rent, and the sale of airport fuel.
Yeah, the airport fuel basically almost breaks even, but we make a buck off a gallon, hopefully. Okay.
Right, but we could certainly revisit
Yeah, let's revisit that.
and see if we can.
Okay.
And we levy for that, so there will be a little more money
Mm-hmm.
for that airport.
Okay.
Reducing. Okay.
And nothing really, we didn't increase the budget at all for any expenses, I don't believe.
No, but here's a question that just doesn't fit my non-financial brain. We levy or we expense $35,000 in airplane fuel, which we then turn around and sell for more than we paid for it. But then we only make $30,000 over here on the airport fuel. So to me, that looks like a $5,000 a year loss.
Well, and one of those things was too, is that extra 5,000 I put in there in case we had to purchase extra fuel for the Forest Service. Because last year or 2 years ago, last year maybe, we the Forest Service bought fuel. Am I correct? And
No, the Forest Service, the only fuel they buy, they get is they get jet fuel, and we don't have jet fuel.
The Forest Service
Okay.
gives us money for use of the
Yeah.
airport in fire season.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that was because I did come across that.
So still, if we spend, for every dollar we spend on fuel, it seems like we should be getting $1.10 back in income, yet it's reversed here. We're spending more on fuel than we're making.
And the other thing is, I don't think we've got, like this year, we've sold a lot. We have sold a lot of fuel.
And I'm not, and that's one of my questions I have written down upstairs is to research is where are we putting that airport fuel? Because that line item, it's not being put in that line item. So I need to track that down.
Okay.
You would think that would be easy, but it's not.
Okay.
You have to go through thousands of receipts
Okay.
to try and find the airplane fuel. Now, I'm going to be honest, that's me. And I'm trying to do things without having to ask Timmy. So Timmy will probably like, well, did you look in such and such a number? And I'll be like, no.
Okay, so we can, the revenue right now is just a projected, right? That's
right, and one of the revenues on there, I believe, didn't we put 5,000?
I think that was for
Forest fuel helicopters, 5,000.
That was for the helicopters that, if they come in and they use our airport, they're going to give us. Wasn't that Commissioner Ghost? That's what
Okay,
that is.
so that's wasn't
rent.
fuel.
No, that's rent they pay us.
All right, because I took that 5,000 off yesterday when I was fine tuning stuff. I took that 5,000 out of a revenue and dropped our revenue, but because I have a question mark in notes.
Okay, so that's what that is. And if
So
we
it's
don't have a
not
fire
fuel.
season, then we don't get it. But
Yeah.
So I almost feel like we should not put anything in there for revenue. It's not. I know that nothing's guaranteed, but it's certainly not guaranteed. So it might be one of those things of just even because we originally have $5,000. Maybe even just putting 100, because 100 isn't going to make us or break us. But 5,000 for this little budget,
I see what you're saying.
May be. I would rather go. If we project 5,000, we don't get it,
and we spend it.
And we're
over budget.
Because we do spend it.
That's right.
Because this helicopter money per se really wouldn't be even coming in. It would be an accrual.
Yeah, and it probably wouldn't come in like right now until next year.
Right, for the next season. So we would have to accrue that.
Yeah. So it'll come in next year, but yeah, I see what you're saying, that it's
it'll
not
come
guaranteed.
in 26, but the revenue will show in 25 because we will accrue it back.
Yep.
But accruing it back, you still have to have, you can't eat an accrual.
Yeah.
You know?
We'll think about that a little more on the
So if we even went down to like 500 or 100, then anything that we get above that is icing.
Okay.
And hopefully we never have to get it.
I understand.
Because that means then we have forest fires, and I'd rather figure out some other way. But we're not purchasing the fuel like last year. Remember, we bought two things of fuel. Right. So we didn't do that this year. So that is going to be much better.
Okay.
Because last year, remember, it was like, woo!
Yeah. Yeah, because we had to purchase fuel right before the
Right
end of the budget.
Right before the end of the
So
budget.
it kind of threw us over a little. So, yeah.
But still, overall, every time we spend $1 on fuel, we should be making more than $1 back.
Right.
Because we don't use the fuel ourselves, we just resell it for with the added.
So, and if we're how much more are we? How many gallons do we sell a year?
Oh.
$1 a gallon. I can ask.
But those two should always we should always see more on income than
Right.
expense.
And I think one of the things was, Dave, is I had that $5,000 over here and then just called it a wash over here. I took the $5,000 off the revenue, did not take the $5,000 off of the expense.
Gotcha.
That's what just happened there.
Okay.
So just real quick, if we for $30,000, we would have to buy 5,000 gallons. We would have to sell 5,000 gallons worth of fuel.
I don't know how much.
Yeah, it's $6 a gallon.
Okay.
So if we had $30,000, that comes out to 5,000 gallons of fuel. So I'll ask to see how much we've sold this year.
Oh, I was just writing a note to do that for Heather too.
We should be close. Yeah.
Right, and I don't see where that is.
Okay. And that would include our dollar more, because we've been at $6 a gallon since last fall.
Okay.
So, okay.
But we never sell it for less than we paid. So
Right.
No.
It should always be the other direction.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll have to see how much we sell. If we sell 6,000 gallons, then it'll be more than 30,000.
And remember that with county, the goal is to receive it here and spend it here.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want it to be this way or this way.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
Okay. I'll look at that and see how much we've sold so far. Okay. That is all we had on our calendar today. We whipped through them.
Well, those weren't the toughest ones.
No, we're not. That's why we whipped through these easy today. I appreciate you guys coming down and then we'll look at the admin costs and then.
Yeah, I pulled that out on my side. Oh, well, and the one. I'll double check that. Let's see.
Any public comment?
Yeah, I think the fuel you might be looking at when you buy it and when you sell it, is you could have just bought 5,000 gallons
Mm-hmm.
and you haven't sold it yet. So
Yeah.
It shows that
Right.
like you're not making any money on it. The other thing is on administration costs, you always have to remember you took all the money out of the justice fund last year for administration costs, so you gotta feed the general fund.
We
with
do.
something.
Yeah.
So that's a big factor in, I
Right.
believe, the administration costs for all these other departments that aren't in the general fund.
Because in my head, I thought it was 10% straight across. And then Peggy came in last week and she was kind of looking at she's like, oh, you're doing 10% straight across for everyone? I'm like, well, isn't that? And then she kind of explained, and then that's what she said. Some of them, and I said, well, it looked like some of them are fixed rates. She said, because that's all that you can collect because there's no other way of.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh. So I went back and started changing those and.
Did you change the weed one back?
Let me find the weed.
Just to get down in the weeds.
I like the weeds. Okay. Okay, so I have 3028. Is that what you have?
That was last year's, but this year you had 6,000. So
Okay, so let me double check what I did on the module. I did 3,028.
same as last year.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, and
Other question on weeds, and I see you have the phone there.
yes, we had to add a phone line.
And then Jessica's other question was about for that computer. She asked for 1,000 under capital.
Oh, yes, I didn't put it under capital though. What I did was put an extra $1,000 in where was it? I did put it someplace. Because there was talk, okay, refresh my memory. They were getting, somebody's getting a new computer.
That would be the
Your
lead superintendent, yes.
Okay, because
somebody-
his computer does not
Support the
upgraded
GIS.
GIS.
Yeah, the GIS
Okay.
that will happen
So,
after the fiscal year.
I did put that someplace, but I don't know where I put that.
Okay.
But I will double check.
Okay. Any public question? Josh?
Yeah, I could probably, because you guys got a meeting that's supposed to start. My question's a little long, I feel like, so I can just grab you guys afterwards. And ask you.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
we
need
are
a
off to
complicated
our next meeting.
question.
Okay.
It is.
All right.
Might be
No
one where I
further
have to go visit
questions.
Lori.
Meeting adjourned.